Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Meeple has landed.
Good evening, my freaky meeples, and welcome to the Vitruvian Meeples production of The Powers That Be, a Claim the Sky campaign, now here in our new home, streaming on YouTube. I am the Vitruvian Meeple. I'm here with Patrick, Ecat, Matt, Julie, and Ray. We've got a lot to do, and we may actually not have such a time constraint because none of us have to get up in the morning. So, with that, I'm going to pass it over to our GM, Patrick. Patrick, please take us back into the world of Excelsior.
So, when last we left our intrepid heroes, they had to fight with a strange creature known as the Trasquatch, who ended up being Jeb, the operator of a local junkyard, who acquired some strange powers, perhaps related to a small broken piece of crystal stone that was found in a coffee mug inside of his office. One of y'all have that. I'm trying to remember who took that home. So, after the tough fight in the afternoon and dealing with all of that, our friend Crash went home to be accosted by somebody in his hallway leading to his apartment. It's a Hispanic man, middle-aged, who looks at him and says, "So, what are your intentions with my daughter?"
Sorry, and you are?
I'm Nevada's father.
Oh,
You know, the person you're spending a lot of time with?
pleasure to meet you. You can call me Crash.
He shakes your hand, squeezes really hard. He has a good grip on it.
Okay.
And since I'm not going to let any character creation decisions go unpunished, I would like you to roll a pleasant social interaction.
Oh, yeah. What
Target 5,
Oh,
because
Yeah,
talking to
and so it begins.
dude.
he's talking to a person's dad who's already angry at you because what he suspects is not an easy thing. I've been there.
Oh, man. The problem is we're now at the point where spending effort like barely seems worth it. I suppose I could spend 2 and get that. That'd be half my intellect. All right, I'm just gonna, when in doubt, roll and shout. Well, sir, your daughter, Nevada, well, how much do you know about her? Which I know sounds like a strange question, but just go with me here.
He is.
Oh, if I'd spent the 2 efforts, I would have got.
Are you saying she's doing something she shouldn't be?
No, of course not.
Do you guys take drugs or something?
Never.
Are you hopheads?
Never. Sir, my system is as clean as the day I was born. As are all the rest of them. Well, I mean, I don't know. Do you count the chemotherapy radiation treatments that you've been putting your daughter through?
Well, she had a lot of treatments done because she was a very, very sick girl.
Mm.
And that's why we're so concerned about her. And
Understandable.
keeping her away from disreputable types, if you'll understand my meaning.
You know, if you'd caught me last week, I might have identified a little bit more with that. As it is, well, you may just have to take it on faith. I assure you that I have no ill intentions towards your daughter, nor does, I believe, anyone else in our little cadre. Your daughter is a unique individual.
So what is it that you're doing then? You're obviously not having a study group.
Well, I suppose in a way we are. Kind of a group ongoing training exercise, more like. Also, we fight crime.
And we zoom in to Nevada, who's coming home from a tough evening of, well, battling strange creatures and other things. And as you sneak through the side door and up so you can go into your room and, just decompress, you hear two people talking in the kitchen. Typically, there's one person in the kitchen at this hour. Of course, your aunt. But no, you hear another voice, and it's your mom.
Oh, crap. Well,
Oh, you're home.
hi, Mom.
Do you have
What
a
are you
couple
doing
minutes?
here?
You have a couple minutes to spare for your dear mother?
Absolutely, Mama. What can I do for you? I say as I walk in and go get a cup of out of the cabinet and pour myself a cup of coffee that's always going.
On the table, you see a collection of brochures and pamphlets spread out over the top of it. And as best you can tell, she got one for every college inside of Excelsior. In the middle, opened up, as a Columbia. Then there's an Excelsior State University. All of them just spread out. And she's sitting there with that let's have a talk look.
What's all this, Mama?
Oh, well,
As I shoot Tia Claria.
Tia looks back at you. She's standing over by the sink. She knows better than to start that argument. Oh, I'm just really concerned about, what you're doing with yourself now. And, you're of that age to, go to college. And I understand, taking a gap year is an important thing, especially with your health. But we want to make sure that you consider your options thoroughly before you maybe do something you don't want to.
Yeah, I thought we agreed I was taking a gap year, working here to build up some money so that I can afford to go to college. I'm doing some independent study so I can take the MCATs eventually. It's what, April? I've got plenty of time yet.
Oh, according to the admissions officers at several of the schools, they say now is the time to start working on your portfolio and start applying.
I start muttering under my breath in a combination of Yiddish and Spanish. I really don't want to have this conversation at the hell time is it? Do we have to have this now, Mama?
Well, yeah, you live on your own, so I can't get out here all the time. I mean, I know
am
it's
not
only a few
living
blocks
on my
away, but
own. I live with Tia. Remember,
okay,
we
well,
agreed you'd let me live my life for a year, at least.
I know, but once again, the admissions process takes time, and we don't want to miss the window, so you have to take longer and, maybe get distracted by other things.
Okay. There's the topic. What other things?
I don't know. I mean, you're a woman now, and women have certain needs, and it's not uncommon for women to miss out on some of the things that they want to do because of other things.
Okay, you speak 3 languages. Can you pick one on that one, please?
That was some spectacular grammar right there.
You're welcome.
Pick one language and stick with it, please.
He kind of looks nervously, and then it's a difficult thing to talk about, but she rummages into her purse, pulls out a box, and hands it to you. Says, just remember to do the right thing. And she lets go, and she has handed you a small box that has 3 condoms in.
I am not having this conversation with you. No. I set the box down. I stand up and say, I have had a long day. I'm going to bed. And walk out.
As you walk out, you hear your mother's phone ring. Because, she has like Barbara Streisand singing as her ringtone, so you can tell it's her phone. And as you're walking into your room, you hear the most horrible sound come from the kitchen. She shouts out, "What? So the next morning, y'all meet up as you often do over at Sunbucks. Neva walks in. She is tired. She's very tired. She's obviously had a very long and difficult discussion with her family because somebody said something to her father. And Crash is notably absent at this point.
So it's safe to assume they have told me what Crash told them.
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have proceeded to stomp just as badly as when we went to go tack the trash dude in. I don't even get a cup of coffee. I just sit down in my chair and slump with my hood under and glower at everybody.
So what's going on? You're obviously more pissed off than usual.
Where the fuck is Casey right now?
Are you asking that in character, or are you asking me?
Yes, in character. I have looked around, noticed you are not there, and gone, where the fuck is Casey right now?
I don't know, but we can ping him.
I'm just gingerly sliding over to the counter and getting her usual with maybe a bunch of chocolate
I am
on the side.
exuding cold right now because I am that pissed off that I am.
Yeah, it's getting noticeably chilly inside of the coffee shop.
Sort of hooked her mug and snuck up to the...
I am inching over to the window, trying to get some of that radiant heat that's coming through off of the sidewalk, and I don't even say anything. I just...
So I look at Pa, and in full Spanish barrio girl with a bit of Yiddish, explained that my father has gone and had a conversation with Crash.
Oh,
And Crash told him we fight crime. I've lost the ability to speak English at the moment.
I
So,
think I think we both need to have words with him about that, because that just
slide the coffee mug over, slide the triple chocolate indulgence brownie over, edge a little bit closer to Ray.
Jackdaw's smart.
Notice even the
maybe
crows
a-
that usually hang out with her are a good half a block away. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I have
Go
I
get
have sent
myself some more coffee.
So do you think his disappearance has anything to do with talk with Daddy?
I would imagine so.
So should we be checking local dumpsters or what here?
Well, Poppy's not the issue. If he took Uncle Ray with him, then we might have an issue. I didn't ask.
So, how pissed off is your mom?
She spent 3 hours yelling at me in Yiddish.
Oof.
I'm surprised I was able to leave the house right now. And that's more because I snuck out through the bathroom window.
As you do.
The tried and true never fails, you know?
Yeah.
Things become cliche for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
it
now you
works.
can do the superhero landing when you jump out the window.
Exactly.
It works for all manner of spider people, so why not?
So yeah, I'm not sure who I'm pissed off at more. The fact that Casey blabbed, or my parents, or both. Most likely he ended up succumbing to my father's questioning and didn't have as much of a choice, but I'd like to get his side of the story.
Yeah.
So, Mean Gene, any luck getting our absent friend here on the
Oh,
horn?
apparently, yeah. Well, hold on. Wait, how do I get out of? Did I do that? No. Close. Yes. Okay. Yay. Apparently, our speedy friend is doing some interior decorating at the moment.
Oh, really?
And I just pinged him asking if we can expect him before the lunch rush.
So, Crash, one thing you notice, by the way, as you're going about your business this morning, the crows are hanging around your place, going absolutely nuts. Like every crow in the entirety of Queens has gotten together to yell at you all at the same time.
Every last one of them.
Well, they don't want to be around her. She's angry.
Okay, well, my phone. Get a response. Crash seems to be a little bit occupied at the moment. So, I wanted to have done this with both of them here, but since Crash is valuing his desire to remain intact spiritually and psychologically, I want to, so help me. So here's what I'm looking at. I want to put my leadership hat on. I have the skills and knowledge ability of understanding, and I want to use that with Nevada in order to try to settle things. Which the comedy is, it's me trying to use understanding with her. But still, is that a doable thing?
Yes, I'm trying to figure out target and what we'll be rolling for it.
Okay.
Let's see. So understanding is that under your skills or
It's probably under abilities.
It's under abilities. It's 1 point off of my intellect.
okay.
So, Ray, if you could do us a favor just for everyone at home.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember how we do this. So on the sheet where it says understanding, do me a favor, hold down the Alt button and click on the name of the skill.
Alt button. Now, is this with the I'm looking at the skill itself, like not popped out, but that specific window, or on the skills and knowledge flavor page?
On your sheet, which don't have.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go back. Hold on. Boom. Okay, because I clicked on. Hold on. Let me just check. Alt that. Oh, I can edit it now.
Okay, don't worry. We'll fix it later.
Okay, sorry.
Yep. No, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So the question is, Neva,
Mhm.
how angry would you say you are right now on a scale of like, do you want to not be angry? Do you kind of want to be angry, or are you angry and there's going to be ridiculously difficult to stop you from doing such?
I'm around a 7.5 out of 10 level of anger.
Is the coffee and snacks helping at all?
Please.
The coffee is a little.
Okay,
But-
so in that case, we will make it a target 5. It will be challenging, but you have one asset from the coffee and brownie to help and soothe her.
Okay, so what am I rolling?
Okay, this will be persuasion, I imagine. Because
Okay,
of your
yeah.
best skill, and you're trying to get her
Okay,
to see
yeah,
things in a way that don't involve
Exactly.
violence.
All right. You're giving me an asset, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then if you're using understanding, you get a second asset from that.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because that's what. Right. Okay. So I get my 2 assets there. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to throw in 2 levels of effort. Because I really want this to work. Nope.
By the way, that's going on Facebook, like right now.
Base difficulty is a 5. Yes! Final difficulty. The task is eased by 6 steps. It's automatic.
So if it's
All right.
if it's eased by 6, then you only have to spend the 1 level of effort because it was difficulty 5.
Yeah, yeah.
1 level. Okay.
All right. So dock yourself the intelligence points for the 1 raise.
Okay. All right. Hold on. So wait. So I don't. Should I still roll it so it takes the?
No,
No.
no, just deduct the points.
Deduct
Yeah.
the point. Take it.
If you
Taking
roll
a
it,
life
you
out.
risk rolling a 1.
That's true. Just down 1 into
Okay,
life.
since
Okay.
you have
Although that
2
would be
edge, that should only
funny.
cost the 1.
Would be
Oh
hilarious.
God. Oh no. Yeah. Let's save that. Let's save that comedy for later. So. I watch as Nev takes her coffee and puts down the mug like that and kind of gives a level 6 seethe through her 7.5 anger. And you see me just kind of going, and I bring my finger up, it's like, Nev, if I may.
What?
I grab my coffee.
I'm scooting my chair over a little closer to Jackdaw, away from the 2 of them.
I
Take my
think
coffee.
we're both trying to hide behind each other.
And I've got at least half of a large that I've been working on. Take my coffee. Go, 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 go. Okay. I understand that you are less than pleased.
Picked up on
That's-
that, huh?
That and half the establishment here has, because I see people putting on coats.
I see
All
people. I see what you did there.
Sorry.
No. You have nothing to apologize for. If I may offer just an ounce or so of perspective.
Mm-hmm.
She does this and the camera just goes and the internal, you just hear like on Herman's head, you hear, oh boy. You realize this is Crash we're talking about. He has the social graces
Of a dung beetle.
No. Dumb beagles are cute. I would say more of a pissed off moose, but
I was going to say an adolescent wombat, but I think we're all talking the same language here.
Not wrong. Yeah.
Not that Neva's got much better, okay? She also has an inability.
But you
to-
have youth and an unfinished and slightly altered brain to explain that one away. While what he did is not what you needed your parents to know.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that you could agree with me and say just as much as he would kind of out you, as it were, he would also just as quickly stand up for and in front of you in order to protect you. And who knows, that also might include from your dear mama and papa.
I'm seeing like the flurry of images going through Neva's head of like, every time that Crash has, patted her on the shoulder
Bend-
or done something.
and then she
kind of-
focuses on when you ran away.
Duh.
No accounting for taste.
And right as you have that thought, I say, and even when he ditched us, the fucker did come back and finished helping us out. And let's just say that I had a word with him on our fun little road trip home. So I am not asking for you to forgive him. I'm not asking for you to look over what this has, the fact that now cat's out of the bag. I want you to just keep in mind who he is just as much as we're trying to keep in mind who you are. And who you are is part of this team. Who you are is someone who's making a difference. And who you are is somebody that Crash and Pa and me and Jack over there, we're going to stand up for. And I poke over to Jack, and like as right after I do, I poke Jack on the shoulder, and I point over to the coffee bar and do the wave. So that, and I'm trying to remain eye contact and maybe draw out that sentence. And I'm sitting over here with my hand going, gimme. And so
I don't know. Are Pa and I like holding up scorecards for the speech? Like,
Yes.
Okay.
So
So-
Jack comes over with another mug of coffee, and I finish with, and so I hope that this offers a little bit of overall perspective so that we can move on from this. And then I gently push the coffee towards her and I lean back in my chair.
Okay. You will have noticed that the temperature has warmed up a little. I get that. I do. And thank you. What I'm reviewing is the fact that it took me almost a year to get them to let me move in with my aunt and not under their thumb. They are talking about taking that away, which means not being able to hang out with you guys anymore.
I think that sounds like endangering one of our team members. What do y'all two think?
Yeah, I think that's a little problematic.
yeah, but how old are you again?
18.
Okay. So legally not a minor.
I had the
Right.
strictest letter of the law, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So
And you clearly have a confidant in our ferocious feline friend over here.
So you know, we got you back. We also
Did-
have this nice place that Crash is redecorating. So, you know, worst comes to worst, there's a place for you to hole up.
Patrick,
Yeah.
Yes.
or actually, ECAT, did you mention anything about the colleges to us at the table?
Crash
was it-
knows, but I don't think I don't think I've mentioned it. I've mentioned it to Crash.
Okay.
That basically I'm living and working at the bookstore as a way to earn money in order to afford college.
Okay. Then I cannot make the statement that I want to make yet. So, while far be it from any of us to actually interfere in family business, at the very least, it can be said you have a part-time job.
Which I already have with the bookstore, but yeah,
It's a gig economy.
true.
You're adding your hustle on. And I'm sure there's at least a couple of things here that you've already done that you can slap on a resume.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, might be able to put in one or more of us as, let's say, references.
Yeah. Problem is they want okay. My mother, being the good Jewish mama that she is now insisting I either go to college or get married.
Not
Ooh.
it.
She's talking matchmaker, Gene.
Nope.
Oh,
I remember when that movie came out.
Just so you know what I'm dealing with.
okay.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out how to spin what we are doing into the whole college prep thing.
I had it with Tink, but that we've blown that now. They realize this is not a study session, which is what I had been telling them that I was meeting with Tink to prep myself for college and the entrance exams.
Right, but okay, so this superhero thing, this is for the greater good, right?
A greater good.
Oh, wait a second. Gene, Gene,
That's
question.
what Gene keeps saying.
So wouldn't this be considered community service?
Sounds good to me. Yes, Pa?
Do they have some sort of, by actually being registered and what have you, do they have a tuition reimbursement program? Because I mean that's a thing in corporate America. You know, I can see.
So I pull out my phone and oh God. Okay, no, because that was just all right. And I, knowing the bureaucracy like I do, I text basically the why can I not think of the word now?
Like the HR handler person?
Not so much HR, but the benefits.
Benefits coordinator.
Benefits coordinator. And
Gene,
so
how about you roll
oh boy.
a bureaucracy of the project roll target 3.
Okay, hold on. Abilities. Wait,
That's under skills.
I know where it was. Nope, not skills. Bureaucracy. Okay, level. Hold on. I'm getting there. Level 3.
3, yes.
3. Okay. Woo.
So you're looking at your phone for a second. You're like, wait a minute. There's a scholarship department that USA runs.
Oh, wait a minute. There's a scholarship department that USA runs. Why don't I know a guy. I know a guy. Why don't you I'm gonna need a little bit of information over here. So why don't you here? So I get pertinent information from Nevada so that I can talk to my inn with the scholarship department and see if we can get anything fast-tracked. And I'll tell them I owe them a favor. No.
I provide him
Okay.
with all the information he asks for as he's
Yep.
doing his little...
Yeah. And send.
All right. So a few seconds later, you receive a text back
Ding.
thing with a link to one of the STEM websites, which most people don't have access to, of course, but y'all are registered and you're heroes, so you have access to. And it opens up and you see a whole thing for STEM's educational program, which includes its own schools for youngins, and of course, assistance with collegiate applications, scholarship opportunities, how much extra you get paid if you're a student while you're a registered person. So yeah, they have a whole setup for getting people into school specifically for this.
All right. So, Nev, I'm going to send you this link here. All you need to do is start filling out the forms. You have any questions, you come to me. I'll talk to my friend. Get it done in the next day or two. We should be able to have some kind of admissions letter within a week. We will call it the accelerated early admissions and accelerated program.
Okay.
Sound
Ping
good?
it over.
Okay.
Ping it over. If it'll shut my mother up. For now.
So I happen to look out the window and see now that there's one crow that's on the table and like 4 or 5 that are across the street kind of on the wire, like they're coming back.
Nature's
Coming back,
healing.
John, they're coming back.
I take another deep breath, concentrate for a minute, and bring the cold back into me.
2 patrons then remove their light jackets that they had on not 2 minutes earlier. So, how you feel about all that?
Still pissed. And I'm gonna be for a while. Because, being the only child and having the condition I did makes them even more protective. Add in the Spanish on my father's side and the Jewish on my mother's side.
Yeah, well, better to be pissed and productive than
Yeah.
just stewing in it.
I was enjoying the stew.
Well, that's all well and good, but
Yeah,
you are
I get it. I get it.
all right. So
Mutter some more under my breath.
I pick up the phone and I text Crash.
So, Crash, because as I recall, the Sunbucks is like a block from our new HQ, right?
Yes.
So,
Roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Gene, you have not even finished reading the message when Crash is there. I understand my expertise is needed.
I just glare at him.
It suddenly feels cold in here, just for you.
So was it just my father or did he bring my uncle too?
Just dear old dad.
Oh, you got off easy then. Okay.
I think
Sorry
you might have
about
the
that.
roles reversed. That's beside the point. Anyway.
Sorry about that.
Well, you look out for family, right?
Yeah.
And I move closer to to the point where you can actually see my breath. And I lean down and I say, so that only she can hear, we look out for family. And then I back off. And I'm going to get some coffee because it's been cold in here now.
And I go. And little snowflakes go.
So many special snowflake jokes, so little time.
I hold up a scorecard that says 9.5.
All right, y'all, hug it out.
Must have been a dismount. So, what's on the agenda for today?
College applications for me. As I sit there with my tablet and sit there and go and start working on my
So you open up the link and use your STEM login to hop onto the site, and lo and behold, they indeed have a whole educational assistance system built into STEM. Apparently, STEM is very much about education. And this is all run by Ultra Soldier Alpha. You can tell because his face is right at the top of it. Dressed up in his, his nice military uniform with his helmet still on. And he barely fits into the frame because no matter how talented a photographer you are, he is a giant. So you have to, use a zoom lens and catch him from across the street if you want it to fit in the frame properly.
He really is full of himself, isn't he?
Just a bit.
He is so all-American it hurt.
We should FedEx him an apple pie. We really should. Only
So-
after I get into college, though.
Mm-hmm.
So as things calm down a bit, Jack, you step outside for a minute just to warm up because it has indeed gotten very cold in here. And you notice there's some sort of to-do happening in the park in the middle of the square.
Okay.
So, because across the street there's a park in amongst where the other streets run into each other, and there is a group of people. There's a statue in the middle of the park, and somebody standing on the statue with the PA system talking to the people in the crowd. And then you seem to recall, oh, right, wasn't there something about the whole garden club doing some sort of contest in the neighborhood? That must be that thing going on today.
Garden club. All right.
It sounds perhaps as exciting as watching grass grow, but a lot of people seem to be into their gardens.
Yeah. Well, it's a thing.
So, standing near the announcer are three people. There is a young lady in her teens, a very old man who's dressed up in, his nicest suit, and a middle-aged woman who's still wearing her gardening glove, standing there while the announcer talks about this and that thing. And they all seem, kind of excited to see who's going to end up winning. So obviously it's going to be one of them. And then you see something that you just would not expect during a garden club type of event. Is that they announce the winner, and it is the girl. And she jumps up and she's all excited and stuff. And the old guy loses his shit. It's like, what? You know what? That is some bullshit. She was growing marigolds and daffodils, and that's going to win. I imported stuff from all over the world to make my garden better, and she's going to end up winning. Screw you guys. Screw you. Well, I'm out of here. He storms off in a huff.
Okay. That was a little more exciting.
That happened.
That's a
The
thing.
announcer looks just horrified at what just happened, and the language used by the old man, who, as you can still see, is storming off down the block and turns towards his place, apparently.
Okay.
Nice, quiet neighborhood,
Yeah. What the hell? I'll follow at a discreet distance.
Okay,
It-
so you trail after him, which isn't difficult. He's very angry. He's not looking behind himself. He stomps off. He gets to what is apparently his house. You can tell because it has, and I can't express this enough, the most immaculate lawn you have maybe ever seen in your life. It is all completely the same type of grass, cut to a perfect height, no sign of mulches, no weeds or anything. And his garden is just right of all sorts of wonderful colors and all sorts of plants that have no reason to be growing in Queens.
Right. These aren't zone 5 plants.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And they are
Interesting.
beautiful. It is an amazing job. You are impressed by how good that garden is. He obviously put a lot of effort into his lawn and his garden.
Yep.
And he just lost, and he's very unhappy about that.
Probably takes a ruler out to measure the grass. Out there with a pair of, pinking shears, just not pinking shears, but, clipping it to the height. Okay. Well, that's a thing.
He goes into his door and slams it shut behind him.
Okay. Any sounds coming from inside the house or?
Yes. Yes, you can hear he is continuing to loudly mutter to himself about unfairness and damn kids.
I mean, this has got to be at least 100% less awkward than the Sunbucks at the moment. So, you know, just let it ride.
So you going to investigate his garden at all?
Sure. Let's see. You know, do the eye for detail ability.
Okay. And how close are you going to get to do this? You know, just the difficulty.
As close as I can with it still being discreet, you know, not super obvious what I'm doing.
Okay. So you cross to his side of the street, you walk a little closer, and you're investigating the plants. Roll a eye for detail, target 4.
Okay, it's just I spend 5 minutes thoroughly examining an area, and I can ask one pertinent question. So
okay.
So
what pertinent question would you like to ask?
So besides the fact that these are wildly inappropriate plants for this climate, is there anything else odd about?
They are not just wildly inappropriate plants for the climate. They are not natural plants. These do not exist anywhere else in the world that you can tell. These things have like been spliced or something.
Okay, things are getting definitely weirder. How is the guy inside? Is he still
so funny you
doing a
ask that?
ruckus?
So as you're kind of, you know, standing there kind of, you know, like on the sidewalk, paying attention to something else and all of that, you hear his front door slam open. And he looks at you aghast. And you look at yourself and you look down and you realize your foot is on his lawn.
Oh, sorry,
Oh,
sir.
no.
Sort of take a step back. Sorry. Are those azaleas? Those look really nice.
So he steps out. He is wearing a weird kind of plant-based suit that looks like it's very likely still an alive plant or a collection of plants or whatever it is.
Okay.
It's quite fascinating. And he looks at you and says, "Get off of my lawn!"
Sorry, man. Just
from his suit, a puff of spores cloud out, which you unfortunately inhale because you're not wearing your mask right now because, well, you're trying to look inconspicuous.
Right.
And all of a sudden, your body starts going numb. And then you kind of and fall down to the grass and trying to get yourself back up, which is very difficult. He storms past you muttering and heads back down the street towards the park.
All right.
So the rest of you are hanging out in sunlight while he regains his faculties. I love plot. It's the best mechanic in everything in any game. You guys get to Sunbucks, and you guys in Sunbucks are hanging out, trying to let things calm down, and he was poking around at stuff and trying to figure out how she wants to apply for things and all of that. And you hear screaming coming from across the street.
Okay, that can't be good.
They are so.
Chug the coffee, pop the last of the Danish that I'm eating into my mouth.
You head out to the street. You, by the way, notice that Jack is currently absent. He seems to have wandered off.
Anybody know where Jack is?
I was just going to ask you that.
He left a minute ago. I thought he was just getting some air.
I look to the crows that have been starting to accumulate and go, where the fuck did Jack go?
One of the crows looks at you, caws a few times, points its head down one of the side streets, and gives you the warning sign. That quick burst of caws.
He went that way, and he needs help.
I look
Meanwhile,
across the street.
in the park, there is a huge ruckus happening. People are staggering around inside of this cloud of something, trying to get their feet, and they're all kind of looking funny, and they're not having a good time. And on the stage are two people. One is the presenter, who's looking around really confused, and the other, the middle-aged woman, screaming, "Oh my God, he took her! Where did they go?"
Upon hearing this, I turn. Crash, could you go check to see what's up with Jack?
Sure.
And we noticed the cloud of spores. Is it visible?
Yes, it is dissipating quickly, but it is still there.
All right. We haven't got to the point where we're just like regularly going equipped with masks or anything.
Well, that's up to you. Do you carry any of your gear with you? Or do you wear perhaps your outfit underneath? Like, Neva's all set. She just has to pop her hood.
I mean, that's true.
So
And,
I
and
suggest to
can,
one of the crows to lead Crash towards Jack, since they know where he is.
Okay, and one of the crows starts flying down the street.
I'll follow it.
So, for instance, like Pa could very well be wearing her usual outfit underneath her street
Yes.
clothes.
That's actually what I do. That's just, yeah.
So I pop my hood up, reach into my ever-growing coat of many pockets, pull out my skateboard and drop it down. And I actually head towards the cloud of spores, because I have adaptation, which means I can breathe in this shit.
I'm actually going to jump up onto the roof of Sunbucks so that I can get a view of what's going on, see if there's anybody who is in desperate need of help, and see if I can figure out which way people have gone. So basically kind of
okay.
doing up and scan around, see what I can see.
Okay, and Gene, what are you doing?
I still haven't gotten to the point where I'm wearing the suit yet. So I would like to roll assessing danger to see exactly what level of fuckery we are dealing with.
Okay, roll assessing danger. This will be a target 4.
Mini, there we go. Okay. Oops.
Should have rolled
And
with Nevada when
because
you
I
could've.
am, huh?
You should have rolled against Nevada when you could have, to get that little roll out of the way.
Yeah.
But it's funnier this way.
It really is. So I'm calling it that because I am being cautious, because I don't have my gear, therefore I don't have a mask, and I'm still across the street. that I'm not getting the right vibes because I am not in proximity. And so pause up on the building. Neva's going on in, and I'm trying to get in. So I'm trying to find the love child between Professor X and Poison Ivy over here. So
All right.
I'm looking for that figure and drawing closer towards him.
Okay, strangely enough, he seems to have already disappeared by the time everyone starts screaming. You don't see him anywhere nearby. Because otherwise you'd catch him too early on, and we can't have that. So, your average crow can fly at approximately 25 miles an hour. It's just one of those random things I happen to know for reasons. So, Crash, you don't have too many difficulties keeping up with the crow. In fact, you can run faster than the crow, but then you wouldn't, be able to figure out where your friend is. But the crow careens along, takes just a minute to make the couple turns to get to where your friend is, who is currently just starting to stand up and standing kind of unsteadily as the toxin works its way out of his system.
I will go over and put my shoulders underneath his arm and help him up. All right, there, big fella.
Oh,
Have a nice nap.
no,
And he
man.
disappeared. Oh,
Ooh. Oh, God. Star Trek, that really awful movie that made Tom Hardy quit acting and smoke crack for a while.
You'll
That
have to get
guy?
more specific than that.
Okay. Bald Tom Hardy, black, green bodysuit thing. Dude looks a lot like that.
All right.
Ever notice your hands, man? Oh.
All right.
Feels like somebody hit me with a tube sock full of.
Please don't finish that statement. Just don't.
Okay.
Come on. We're needed. And
All right.
once I am sure that he is able to take care of himself, I zoom off. And a few seconds I come back. Oh, sorry. And then I go at his pace.
Okay.
So
I
you're getting
reach.
feeling back in your extremities, and it's just kind of a light tingly sensation now. So you're able to walk, but things are just kind of weird, like you can't feel the ground under your feet.
All right. I pull the mask out of my bag, and sort of it unfolds like an origami thing, almost like, one of those fans just snaps open.
Yep.
And okay, he's got some sort of spore attack. I wasn't able to get out of the range before it hit me. You might not want to breathe that in. Just word to the wise. And can you text the rest of the guys, gals, people?
Sure.
Helpful, man. Helpful.
So just as Neva goes across the street, does one of those things where she kicks the back of her board, hops up over the curb, the board flips once, and she lands right on it, acting like this is something she does every single day and has never had a problem with, and starts rolling towards the crowd of people. You get the don't inhale.
I shrug, looking down at my phone. Activate my ice armor, but keep going.
So you roll through the crowd. Nobody gets out of your way, but nobody steps into your way either because, well, they're having trouble moving. And you get up to the statue without any problems. The two people standing on the dais for the statue look down to you. Oh, good. Thank God you guys are here. You have to save her. He took her.
Okay. He took who? Who
The
he?
winner.
Who her?
That weird bald guy took the winner of the contest. The girl, Nancy. He just exploded in this cloud of spores and stuff, and just grabbed her while everybody's like, trying to, I don't know, breathe.
Okay, so I first go look up and go, you might want to like get to some clear air here, okay? Move along. Move along. Try and do the Jedi mind thing. 'Cause grab my phone and text to the group. Hold on, let me.
So not seeing Mr. Baldilocks over there, I
So
head
I
back
texted to
over.
the group, by the way.
Oh, dude, kidnapped.
So are we all back together now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're all gathered together in the park.
I kick back, hop back, go back towards them while trying to tell people to get to fresh air.
Several of them seem to be making kind of like this weird zombie walk towards Sunbucks because they need nothing more than a good cup of coffee, apparently.
Right.
So where'd Smokey Robinson get off to?
Okay. Wind is just temperature and pressure differentials. Should be able to calculate where Neva needs to make something really cold to blow the spores out.
Well, I guess you can do exactly that. So you're looking, you're like, if she makes it really cold over there, it'll create like a bit of a weather front. Suck some cool air down, and should push the rest of this air out and upward, which is the important thing. And then it should dissipate the rest of the cloud.
Yeah, either that or Long Island gets a little high for a little while, but
Why choose?
it's a risk I'm willing to take.
So over there, okay.
Yeah, just
So
make there really cold.
Shrug, kick off, and I go over there and just start exuding.
So you start cooling down, and you start getting that thing where like mist is falling off of you because the humidity differential between you and the temperature differential with the humidity. And soon the cloud starts drifting away upward in the breeze that you are causing around you. And before long, it's no longer at ground level, which is delightful for everybody involved.
All right. I wait until it seems to be mostly there and kick back.
All right, with that out of the way, can I start searching the area to see if I can find, I don't know, tracks?
Yes. Let's see. Think what different people can do to try to locate this jerk. So Jacka starts examining the park, like looking around, like checking the grass out and all sorts of other stuff. Is anybody else doing anything? Because this takes him about 5 minutes.
I somewhere.
I can just roll perception to see if I can gather any information about where he went off to.
Would sees through deception work here?
No, it's more of a straight perception thing.
Okay.
So how about we, anybody who wants to try perception 5, except for Jack Daw, who has a different skill, so he will be able to ask a question out of it.
Okay. And straight intellect roll if you don't have perception.
Yes.
And you said 5?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. I gotta hold on.
Whoop, made it.
I would I want to roll a geography roll
Nope.
to see think if I can to see if I can discern a couple of places somebody like that with this power of the spores might want to go.
That'll be a target 4.
Okay. I'm
I'm going to throw a level of effort.
There you go.
okay,
Now,
where
the
where
effort has already been automatically taken off?
Yeah.
Pew pew
Yep.
thing? Okay.
okay, I am suddenly having a brain fart moment. I'm trying to find my target where I put target.
Up at the top, it says base difficulty.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Brain fart.
Yep. Yay.
So I jumped down. I'm like, okay, guys, I don't have a clue. You're gonna have to point me in the right direction.
I believe the other 4 of us all point in the same direction in in unison.
Okay, so as best you are all able to tell. So here. Make sure I get the direction correct. Because unfortunately, Queens is like 45 degrees off. So he seems to have been heading down one of the avenues towards the northeast, thus to the upper end where the river is. Jack, what specific question are you asking from the information you're getting?
Okay, they've figured out roughly the direction he's going in. How fast are they moving?
Okay, so as you're checking the ground, you realize that at first he was dragging the person behind him, but then the extra dragging pair of footsteps disappear. So he did something to make the person either just pick them up, knocked them out, or something, and then carted them off. So at least as fast as however he a guy of his age can go carrying like a fairly small 16-year-old woman. So not too slow.
Okay,
And they seem to they have a good head start. So, but you figure if you were to run down the street after them, if they could at best have only gotten like maybe 2 or 3 blocks away. So, and
Resident Speedster.
hang on. And Gene thinks about this and like, oh, there's in that direction, there's only one real obvious place they're going. They're going to Astoria Park. The big park along the river. Goes from the one bridge to the other. Your friend Will has a houseboat underneath one of the bridges, and it's parked at the side of a park where obviously it doesn't belong, but nobody's ever arrested him for him or forced him to move it. So he lives there now. So yeah, it's basically the guy's heading off towards Will's location.
Once I've gotten a bead on like which way they're going, and I'm assuming Jack is sharing information about how far he thinks they might have gotten.
Yeah, I'm not that much of a loner.
Yeah. I'm gone. I go.
Okay. All of you hear the cracking of glasses. He's gone in a shot.
Okay. I start doing the jumping from kind of window ledge from building to building. Trying to see if I spot them.
Okay. So Crash, you fly down the street and you get to the edge of the park, which is 2.5 blocks away.
Okay.
And just as you get to the park, you see a bald figure wearing a weird green kind of living outfit with a girl slung over his shoulders. This guy seems a lot stronger than his age would indicate, because he's carrying her along and actually running. And he ducks into a clump of trees that look weirdly overgrown from the last time that you remember going into the park.
Oh, goody. Plant Man has a headquarters. So he has disappeared. I can't.
You can chase him into the trees if you want.
Can I still see him well enough to get a couple of shots off?
No,
Okay.
no. When he ducks in, he goes into some underbrush and he's just gone. It's almost like the plants like move out of his way so he can run in and then close behind him. And while you're standing there considering, Paul lands next to you.
He went in there. I think the two of us can take him. What do you think?
I don't know, we should at least leave some for everybody else.
Oh, I suppose. I guess Neva does have some frustration to work off.
Yeah.
So what are the other three of you doing?
Well,
I just kicked off the skateboard and kind of looked at the two behind, shrugged, and took off after
Start
them.
rolling down the street.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a couple blocks, right?
Yep.
You know, unless somebody happens to know a teleporter or somebody, I'm just gonna head on off.
I know, but that's not what you want right now.
No.
That's really not coming off of what you just came off of, brother.
Yeah.
One of these days, you're gonna have to explain that to me.
One of these days, you'll just experience it.
That'll be interesting.
That's a word.
Yeah, consent is kind of a bit of an issue.
So I decide that rather than doing my like flyability, I'm gonna walk with Jack.
Or hustle, but yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, we will
So you take off down the street.
saunter
And-
with authority.
Yes.
And so the other two of you, as you're standing there, you're like, okay, well, yeah, they'll get her. And then Neva rolls up next to you to the edge of the park, at which point, the skateboard doesn't work so good on grass.
I pop it, catch it as it flies up, tuck it in the pocket.
Yep. Slide into the back of your coat.
Yep.
And
And
they're looking at a clump of bushes and trees, which to the last time that you were here really wasn't as nasty and overgrown as it seems to be now.
okay. Is Gardner on strike or something around here?
No, I think someone new's moved in. Someone with a green thumb, 4 fingers, a nose, and any other body parts you might want to imagine. check. Don't mention that.
Okay.
They're still plants, though, and as such, I think they might suffer from an early frost.
So the other two catch up with you guys.
Do we miss anything yet?
Oh. Just parting the red foliage over there.
So I kind of glance at everyone. I shrug. And I'm going to use Frost Touch. And I squat down close to the shrubbery and just put my hand on the ground and try to exude as much cold as I can.
So an
Towards.
opening in the wall of foliage wilts away, revealing a path into this seriously overgrown area of the park. And you'll notice as you look in through the edge there, there's a couple really weird looking big plants hanging out in there too. You're not quite sure what's going on with those. But they don't look particularly terrestrial. I think it's a good word for it.
I look back and go, hey, Gen X, your symbiote recognize any of this stuff?
And here I thought I just had gas. So I do kind of like I turn my attention inward, and I think I'm referring to, I'm probably getting the name wrong, but Farius liquid? Is that how you say it? You know what I'm talking about? It's the black liquid with the iron filament.
Oh, Ferris,
filaments,
yeah.
but
Ferris,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so that's kind of what it feels like, what I imagine it looks like. So, and anything that resonates with it, of course, it collects and is drawn to. So, do I get a vibe off of that?
So you concentrate, and for perhaps the first time, you actually understand something out of the whispering and noise that comes out of it, which is transformed.
The word?
Yes.
Damn, I loved those things as a kid. So apparently what we're dealing with here is more than meets the eye, shall we say?
Well, yeah, this guy had this sort of weird genetically spliced alien ass plants all over his house. I mean, it was pretty, but this looks a little more ominous. And I click on the thermographic imaging on the mask and start panning around, seeing if there's any hot spots, especially now that there's a good
you
temperature.
can see the remains of tracks. So the heat from the soles of his feet as it runs along the path ahead of you. So he's been past here not too long ago.
He's gone that way not too long ago. I mean, obvious trap is obvious, but I can track him at least.
Is there anything so we're in a park. Are there any trees of significant height that are over, like you could look down and get a more aerial view?
Unfortunately, the overgrowth is so choked, being up in the trees will just show you the overgrowth, the undergrowth. So like that middle section, that's like, all dense greenery, that like is almost impassable. Like you guys can get through it, but you'd have to, that's like machete chopping your way through a jungle type of density right now.
Yeah.
Why won't? Hold on. You changed the map. Yay! I can't move it. Boo. There we go.
Right click. Yeah.
I did right. Wait.
Hold
Left,
right
right.
click.
Hold
down.
right click.
Because I wasn't enough on the thingy thing. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Jackdaw leads the way in,
Yep.
kind of following the track, and Neva is following behind.
Yep, I follow
Yeah.
behind.
Doop-de-doo.
So
And
you
I'm
get
behind.
to
Oh,
that
wait,
first corner, and you see, holy crap, it's like a tree with tentacles.
Mm.
Like,
Feed me Seymour type of tree.
Or are we talking angry ant?
Or,
And
or
we're-
are we full on Lovecraft?
we are, what the heck is this plant, and why is it trying to murder me?
Day of the Triffids. Got it.
Okay.
Ooh, onto the combat encounter screen.
Woot.
Folks would like to roll their initiative.
What's
Find
the difficulty?
Oh, what's the standard difficulty for initiative? Shoot.
It's the level of the monster.
Oh, okay. In that case, it is a let's see. It's a target 3.
Oh wait, because it's over here, right? It's over here off to the side. I know.
Under
Skill, speed,
pool.
defense, combat. No. Oh.
Oops.
On my
So-
token, GM intrusion. Dang it! I forgot where initiative is again.
It's in the skills tab, the first thing under combat on your sheet.
Really, Ice?
Oh, there we go. Mary.
I'm looking at the pretty flowers.
See, failure just
What?
means you go
Oh,
after
okay.
the monster does.
Basically, yeah.
I'm sorry. What was the base difficulty? 3.
Yeah.
3.
There we
You get
go.
a 2.
Woot.
Nice.
All right. So let's start our first round with Crash.
Okay. So we're gonna have some
Go away.
what's it called, surprise attacks going on here. So I'm going to take a look at this thing. Do I readily see something that looks like a mouth?
Kinda. There's a few things that might be towards the extreme ends of some of the larger tentacle things. Yes.
Okay. So in that case, I'm going to. Okay. Can I see the base of the plant?
No, you can see the bottom of it, but like the actual where it extends out of the ground, no, because there's too many writhing plant tentacles around.
Okay. So in that case, I'm going to speed around to the back here. And yeah, I'll stay there. And I will both scratch existence and disrupting touch against one or more of the mouths if I can see them.
Okay.
So scratch existence, and this is because it has not gone yet. I can use surprise attack, which gets me an extra 2 damage. What's the difficulty?
3. The fortunate thing is the plant doesn't move anywhere.
Yeah.
It wiggles around a bit, but
Yep. Okay, I'll just roll.
It's like if you swing an axe and miss the tree you're swinging at, you've rolled a 1.
Yep. Well, I do that. So that does 6 damage that ignores armor. And then we'll go for the disrupting touch. Also 3, also 6. And oh, there we go. So that is a total of 14 damage that ignores armor.
Very nice.
Pardon me while I'm math in my head. There we go.
And I will actually end up down here so that I can see if anything's coming from this direction.
Okay.
Or that direction, actually. And that's me.
All right. So next up is Paw.
Okay. All right, lost my character sheet there for a second. I am going to, let's see. I am going to do a swipe. Basically, jump at, leap at her and swipe with the front claws.
Okay.
Difficulty
3.
3. Okay. Okay, and that should have been 5 points. Yeah, 5 points of damage.
Oh, so close. All right. Gen X.
Wait, have they almost pulverized this thing already?
Closer,
It's-
swiping at it.
It's almost salad at this point.
Yes, yeah, it's yeah, suddenly salad is happening to this thing.
Okay,
Right now it's wedge. We're going for full on chopped.
gotcha. Oh, what the heck? I'm just gonna go for a straight up energy release. With no energy absorbed. Base difficulty, what?
3.
Okay. All right. Oops. So I can tell that it's wavering my initial plan. It's like, all right, I'll just do this. And because I wasn't really focusing, it fizzles before it even gets to the target.
All right. So almost, but and besides, there's less of it than there was before, so you might have just hit a part that, isn't attached at the moment. All right, Jack.
Okay, well, I kind of look at Ray, or sorry, Gene, look at the plant, sigh, pull out my pistol and shoot it.
Okay.
All right, target 3. All right.
Oh, I forgot to put the target in. Sorry.
That's right. You still hit it.
Yes. So no need to worry. It loses its last hit point. I can update it to 0. 0? No. I'll assign it dead.
Wonk wonk.
Well, look back over at Gene, shrug.
Yeah, so Jin's like, ah! And you just bang, and hit it right in the stem. The thing, the stem blows apart because bullets are surprisingly effective at hurting things that are made out of any sort of fibrous material with lots of moisture in it, and it blows apart like a watermelon. And
I
the rest
turn
of the
to
plant-
Jack and go, did you ever see Indiana Jones in the theater?
I mean, I've seen it, yeah.
Very reminiscent. Nice touch.
Yeah, good shooting there, Tex. Let's shall we?
Okay. So, and by the way,
I'm just-
for
Moseying along behind.
no, for any turn, by the way, you can move like 5 squares at a normal gait, trying to hustle along to figure out where the people are.
I want to go where the people are.
All right, so y'all move forward a bit more. It's still kind of quiet. You see some further weird plants ahead of you, but they're not doing anything yet.
Um,
Are any of them say a bacon tree?
No, none of them have any bacon hanging from them.
Aw.
No
hear-
ambush.
And through the muffled, you hear some muffled sounds coming from somewhere up ahead of somebody struggling. So you think you might be getting closer to
Yep.
them.
Okay.
I do an assess danger roll to see if it's anything that's in our immediate field of view.
Yes, you can. That will be a target 4.
Target 4. Throwing in an effort. There we go. I would like to
Yes.
know what wants to eat us next.
Those plants up ahead, there's something about them you do not, under any circumstances, like.
The ones that look like 3 flowers from above.
Yes.
Okay. Yay. What does it look, what do they look like from straight on? As far as stems, how many of them are there? There seem to be like vines or something coming from them.
They look kind of like mushroom clusters.
Ah,
Ah, vile plumes.
Second
To
here.
the world of Pokemons.
Yep.
And I'd like to offer Crash a intrusion.
I will happily accept that intrusion. And I will give the additional XP to Paw. And
Okay, Crash, you are a couple things. One of them is horribly overconfident in your abilities.
Yeah.
And another one, absolutely sick of listening to people overanalyzing situations. So you just keep going.
Yep, I absolutely do.
You move forward to Hirish.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. There we go. To Therish. You're like, see, absolutely nothing's. And unfortunately, before you can finish saying what you were about to say to the rest of your folks in your crew, 2 things appear. Roll 2 might defenses.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty for these guys is a 4.
Ooh. All right, so I will throw in a level of effort on each one because I have 2 might edge. So I can see what happens. And okay, first one succeeds. Second one also succeeds.
Okay. You are bathed in a cloud of spores. You start coughing a bit, but fortunately, whatever those spores might be doing to you has not overtaken your immune system, which is, a wonderful thing.
Excellent.
All
I
right.
found them.
we can see that.
Okay. Let's see. So, here. Got to set their difficulty.
So Patrick, are the spore attack an ability or a natural attack for these things?
They are a natural attack.
Okay.
So everybody can roll initiative.
I remember where it is now.
Yay! Difficulties 4.
Yes.
Okay.
Shroomster.
Sir,
No, it should have been Shroomster 2.
That's Shroomster and Shroomling. I needed to differentiate them based on, what their attacks are and whatnot. So let's start combat.
Well,
And since he's right in the
there.
middle of
Yep.
things, this will be fun.
All right. So let's see what I want to do here. So I'm acting before them, so I do get the surprise attack thing. All right, I'll just get the acid on that. Okay, so we're going to. So my scratching distance and my disrupting touch are usually immediate range. I have increased them to short range with the range increase. But
Yes.
I'm going to actually I'm going to run down here and then a straight line up through both of them.
Okay.
Which I guess means I'll end here because it is a disrupting touch to stop the movement. Trying to basically slice them off at the trunk.
Okay. So target 4.
Okay.
So you are going. So the first attack is against Shroomster then?
Yeah, the one on the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, so difficulty 4. I get an asset because it's surprise attack. This. Sure, I will do that. And hit for 6 points that ignores armor. And then disrupting touch against the Shroomling.
Okay.
For 6. Yes, it's 1. And this one I'm going to put one effort into hitting it and 1 effort into damage.
Okay.
Boom. So again, hey, look at that. 14 points of damage that ignores armor.
All right. Excellent. So
What can I say? This is what I do. And I am now facing off against Shroomling.
okay, so Shroomling drops.
Oh, okay. I am no longer facing off against Shroomling.
Roll a might defense, target 4.
Sure. Skills, might defense. 4. Drop an effort into it because I'm not stupid. And succeed.
All right.
I'm gonna have to. Jesus.
And up next, Paw.
Okay. I am going to.
So the top shroom, the one that Crash is standing next to, is down. It's, its stem has been broken and fell over, and it doesn't seem to be moving anymore.
Okay.
The other one a little further on the other hand, still very much intact.
I am going to run towards it. Can I close with it and to do a just run up to it and do another swipe?
Yes, actually, you could just hop over to it because you have a delightful
Okay.
Dragon power. All right. Attack target 4.
4. And a hit for 3 damage.
Nice.
And because it was a swipe, it also stuns it for a round.
Dazes it.
Or fate, yeah.
Okay. So roll a might defense, target 4. And don't forget you have a, I believe you have resilience, which as a shift, so that should improve it by 1.
That I believe I already factored that into your sheet.
Yeah. Additional ease by 1. Yep. And I make it. Yay.
Yay.
All right, excellent.
Saved
Okay.
yourself. I kind of yell back over my shoulder.
Eugene.
Okay. Can I move? I'd like to move there if I could.
Okay.
All right. And we're gonna try this release energy again.
Okay. Target
Does
4.
it show target 4?
Yes.
Is it showing signs of distress?
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. And then effort.
You can hear it very quietly moaning, "Spore me, spore me."
Ouch.
Effort for damage. Okay. And all right. Yep, that's okay. Here we go. Okay.
Ooh, excellent. And with that,
So,
Shroomster drops dead.
yay.
Ah.
Just continue to mosey along, watching all the grown-ups do shit.
Right?
I have a feeling that whenever you get your turn, it is going to be a very opportune one.
Yep. So actually, I'm going to take an action before this and do a recovery. Because...
All right.
Excellent. That gets me up to full.
Okay. So you see at the far end, this little open area-ish, in between a couple really nasty looking plants, is your good enemy, Mr. Giddofa Mailon. Standing there, the young lady is passed out at his feet, and he is hurling all sorts of abuse at her. Something about marigolds, daisies, and daffodils, and amateur hour, and other things like that. And how life, generally speaking, is horribly unfair.
Okay, Boomer.
Are we still in that initiative order? Oh, no.
No. Out of initiative right now, in case anybody wants to, like talk to him or something.
So
I mean, you're up.
Hey, Seymour. What the hell, man? This is not an appropriate action for losing a gardening contest. Honestly, what's wrong with you? You don't kidnap a woman just because you beat her, because she beat you. And who the hell puts in genetically engineered monstrosities to a home and garden show anyway?
Monstrosities? I have created these. They are my children. These are better than any things that you can pick up at your average garden store. I made them myself. That's why
I'm
I should
pretty
have won.
sure invasive species don't count.
Hey, stop. They're not technically invasive because they are native to here. That's where they were made, right? So, but anyway.
No,
So-
they're native to whatever lab you use to make them. They're certainly not native to the island of Manhattan.
Where is the chick? Where's the winter girl?
She is on the ground at his feet,
Oh, okay. Well then.
tangled up in the underbrush and tentacles and other things going on.
So, while I've annoyed him and drawn aggro, anybody else want to do it?
I want to try to persuade him to relinquish poor Marigold chick.
I am standing behind him. I am phased. I have the shards of glass ready to go for the double strike. If whatever Gene's trying to do doesn't work. Boring conversation anyway. Luke, we're gonna have company.
I'm just sitting there watching y'all going, this is stupid. Why are we talking?
You can just shoot him if you want. There's nothing stopping you from just hurling some ice shards at his eyeballs.
It's true.
With my luck, I'll hit one of the old guys here.
Thanks. Thanks.
So what's the difficulty for persuasion?
Okay. He's a little crazy, so the difficulty is going to be 6.
Power shifts. No, damn it. Okay, so there's nothing really. Pool, intellect pool. Oh, yeah. All right. So we're going to throw in 2 levels of effort.
Nice.
Okay.
So what are you going to tell him?
So let's see. We're kind of out here and gathering, and then Crash went and went over there. And is this like big 3-clawed tentacle thingy threatening or just ambiance? Right
At the
here.
moment, it's just standing there.
Okay. So I sort of saunter so that I can get a direct line of sight to him. And I stand there and go, look, clearly your miracle grow is better than everybody else's. You know, and we know this isn't about the girl. This isn't about daisies. This isn't about a competition. So why don't you let the innocent go and tell us who really hurt you?
So he pauses for a moment. And while you're giving your speech, there you are. Okay. Yes. I'm going to offer you an intrusion.
Not like I didn't walk into it,
Yep.
so go right ahead.
So click the accept
Oh,
thing in the chat.
all right. Accept. Give the additional XP. Yeah. I'm giving the additional XP to Black Ice.
Thanks, dude.
Okay. So you get to the point where he's like, okay, you know what? Yeah, let's talk about this. And then some crazy shit goes down, just as expected. A person pops out of the underbrush on the other side, pulls out a lasso, rolls it around her head, throws it, wraps it around the girl, gives it a good yank, pulls her away from underneath Giddofa's feet, grabs her, and then rolls back into the underbrush.
Really?
Giddofa, who
Really?
is just about to say, okay, you know, well, this in real. What the fuck? You guys are lying to me, motherfuckers. And let's see if I can. Oh, the right one. Three of them?
Yep.
I think so. All right.
What?
So, Patrick, just FYI, we can see their hit points.
Oh, on those ones? Ah.
Yep.
Yep. And the ones before that
Yep.
too.
Huh. I will have to fix that for the future.
Yep.
That's all right.
Not a big concern for me, all said.
Having an enemy health bar, you know, on
Yep.
the screen.
Yep. Are we initiativizing again?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh. That was poor.
Let's see if I can get this to work right.
Wait.
Still
There
4.
we go.
Oops. Why is Shrimpster still in the
Oh,
combat?
yeah. Well, what is the difficulty out of curiosity?
Are we still 4, Patrick?
Yes, this will still be 4.
Okay.
It's not rolling right.
And once again, I just sit back and watch.
Yeah.
What did you do to your digital dice tonight?
Oh no.
There we go. Okay. Right. Their initiatives properly. There we go. Now everybody's going where they're supposed to.
Okay.
Okay. So let's start off combat.
All right. Well, this
Oh,
worked
boy.
so well. Let's try to do it
Crash.
again. All right. So I'm going to try. So we've already established that I can somewhat influence objects by blasting them with my phasing attacks. Case in point, the crash and burn, and so on. So I am going to move myself over. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, sure. I will put myself in the middle of danger. I will do 2 blasts against the dude in an attempt to try to push him back into the weed.
Okay.
So,
So Giddofa's target is a 6.
oof. All right. No, this
He has
is
cool armor,
okay.
which won't protect him against damage in your case, but does
Right.
make him a little spry.
And 1 asset because of surprise attack. And let's see. Sure, I'll put a level of effort into attack. Move this so I can see. I hit it.
All right.
That is, yep, 6 damage, and then doing the disrupting touch. 6. 1 asset. Oh.
Oof. But you do manage to smack it.
Yep. Okay.
All right, next up, Paw.
Okay, does he have any weapons?
None that you can see. He's not holding anything in his hand.
Okay. So let's see. I am. I'm gonna jump over and try to take out the one that is between everybody else and Crash.
All right.
Jump at her and
That one is a target 3.
okay. Give her a swipe. And let me do 1 level of effort. There we go. Okay. 5 damage to the Sproutling.
Okay. Hell of a time updating their damage correctly. There we go. Okay. So next up, Giddofa. So Giddofa clenches his fists, kind of flexes, and releases a cloud of spores. Would Gen X, Paw, and Crash roll for might defense? Target 5.
Yep. Throwing 1 in to ease it.
Yep.
Yes.
Well,
Ooh.
shice.
Oof.
Okay, so Gen X and Paw take 5 points of damage.
Ouch.
Can we pick from where?
It always goes from might first.
Okay, that puts me at -2 might.
So then the last 2 points come off of speed.
And that should put you in
Impaired.
impaired. Yay, it's the first time I've damaged somebody enough into an actual medical condition.
So Ray, go under the combat tab on your sheet, and where you see the drop down that currently says hail, change it to impaired.
Okay.
There you go.
Efforts cost +1 per level. Ignore minor and major effects on rolls. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Next up, Jackdaw.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna move up. And it's a little late for it to happen on this turn, but I am going to use my foil danger ability to negate Giddofa's next spore attack.
Okay.
I narratively, I guess this means I reach into my bag of tools, pull up a can of WD-40 and a lighter, and just
Always with the flame with you guys.
well, not always with ice here. It's not kind of her thing.
All right. So up next, Gen X.
Hi. I'm gonna back up like right over here and then do a healing.
Okay.
No, wait, I got a shit. What did I do? Ooh, healing. Yes, I have a power shift.
So which means you should have 2 1-action checkboxes on your combat track.
2. Oh, yes.
So then
okay,
just
one is
so just roll, click the D20 over on the right side. It'll automatically update everything for you. There you go. Except for
Okay.
where you're spending the points, obviously. But
obviously. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, all that is going into might. And I take it that's my turn?
And
Okay.
that should take you out of impaired as well, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Excellent.
So I go back to hail. I click that.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So what does black ice do? Oh, I can't hear you.
Sorry, I was being lectured by the dog, so I muted y'all. So I bring myself over to where Jackdaw is. And I'm going to hold on. I see everything. I'm going to use my I'd like to use my shift boost CYPHER.
Okay.
It's a level 1d6 plus 2, so I'm assuming I have to roll a
Nope,
1d.
it's already rolled for you.
Oh, okay.
Right there where it says level.
Oh, okay. So I then am going to look over at baldy flower guy, and I reach out, close my fist really tightly because I'm using the anger, and I direct to him a mental onslaught. I want to force choke the sucker, but in his brain.
Because you've had a bad day, I'm going to ease this attack by 1. So take an asset.
Awesome. Okay, onslaught. So
Worst ice
And his
cream.
mental defense is target 5.
target 5.
So I'm assuming you're boosting the single attack.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So in that case, you ease it by another step and add 2 more to the damage because it's the mental one.
Okay, so I give myself an asset.
Mhm.
And then you say ease by.
So it should have been eased by 2, 1 for your
Yeah.
accuracy. Yeah. So change that, bring that up to 3, and then up the damage by 2.
So damage 5. And I am going to do an effort.
Okay.
So yes, I reach out, just like I'm force choking him, but I'm reaching for that spot right between the eyes.
All right. It is 2 base damage plus how much was the extra?
The shift.
So okay, so the shift would normally make it 4, so that should be 4 to begin with. The extra shift will make it 6.
Okay. Sure. There we go. So you have given him a hideous brain freeze. It's like, oh! As he is trying to cope with the fact that, his brain hurt a lot. Okay, so next up, we got weed 1, weed 2, and weed 3. So first weed is going to go after Crash because he's right there.
So this is the one that's between me and Paw?
Unfortunately, it is not. Oh, wait, hang on a second. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
No, it's the one behind you.
Okay, that's right.
So both kind of it's behind Giddofa. So
Sure.
it reaches out with his tentacles to attack you. Speed defense, target 3.
I make it.
I assumed. All right, next one takes a swipe at Black Ice. So speed defense, target 3.
Hold on.
So the reason I asked which one it was is the one between Paw and Crash is dazed, so defenses are one step easier.
So target base difficulty 3.
Yes. All right.
I dodge.
And the last weed attacks Paw, and your defense will be 2 because it is dazed.
My defense again.
No, speed defense. It's trying to eat your head with a tentacle.
Oh, good. I made it at
All
least
right.
that one.
Fantastic. And then from the canopy, where she has rescued the young lady, the mysterious stranger pulls out a pair of heavy pistols and shoots 2 of the weeds. Pang. Which is, fortunately not terribly loud in this horrible environment. All right, so next round, Crash.
All right. Well, all right. So I'm gonna keep going after the boss man, because this is, I think I'm guessing that the weeds will fall down if he does. So let's see. What can I do that'll be fun? No, I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna obviously keep phasing. I'm gonna run around him a couple of times in an attempt to try to dizzy him. And I'm gonna end up out here, where I will blast him twice, one going for the neck and the other going for the nads.
All right. Target 6.
May I please have an asset?
Actually, yes, actually, take an asset on that.
Okay.
For the running around him like a crazy person,
Yep.
and the fact that he is experiencing hideous brain freeze right now.
Excellent. Okay, so there we go. All right, so base difficulty 6, assets 1. I will put an effort into easing it. Oh, I will miss. You know what? I'm going to spend an XP to roll that again. There you go. So that's 5 damage that ignores armor. And then for the disrupting touch.
It's actually 6.
No, the 5 takes into account the +1.
Okay.
It's normally 4.
Okay.
I'm getting too low on might to continue doing effort like this. So I miss. Oh well.
All right. Ah.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to continue trying to beat the snot out of the weed that's right in front of me.
Okay.
So I'm going to do another swipe and I try to grapple
Target
onto it
3.
and what?
So its target is 3.
Yes. One level of effort. There we go. Okay, another 5 points. And continuing to keep it stunned. I'm trying to pop its head off like a daisy.
Fair enough. So Giddofa, once again, tries to use his spore attack, but as the spores start ejecting from him, the cloud of burning WD-40 has ignited them in the air and rendered them useless.
Yay! Thank you, Jack.
Which is good because y'all have moved into his range. All right, Jackdaw.
All right. Guess the question is he going to continue that line of attack or shift something else? Also, I'm not sure how much WD-40 I've got left, so I will go ahead and just shift slightly so the angle's better and shoot the plant that's in front of the paw.
All right, so
That one?
it is dazed, target 2.
Blam!
Nice.
Oh, so close.
Oh, damn it.
All right, generator.
As I have nestled in this kind of overgrowth area, I've decided that I am going to reach down. I happen to see a kind of thick-ish vine, and I am going to break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. About 5 yards, and loop it around and form a lasso at one end, and I'm going to energize it.
All right. So it starts glowing and doing its threatening to explode at any moment type of routine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, does that take energizing takes a turn?
Action to initiate.
Okay. All right, then up next, Black Ice.
All right. Well, I'm going for Audrey 2 down at the bottom there.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my physical on.
All right, target 3.
Off.
You broke up there, say it again.
Any asset, because I'm still pretty pissed off and taking out
Yes,
my
yeah,
own.
let's just take an asset for the battle.
Awesome.
And Crash should be lucky that he's not the target of these.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do the like bling as if I'm like throwing those little shiny Japanese throwing
Shuriken.
star things. Aiming right at R2's where mouth
All
thing.
right.
Too many up. I accidentally added too many levels of effort. There we go.
Yay.
Right. Okay, so let's see. Oh, Crash is just one step outside of this one's actual tentacle range.
Okay.
And this is Calamity, so that one really can't do much of anything yet. The fun with, things ranges.
Mm-hmm.
The next one, on the other hand, will take a swipe at Black Ice. So speed defense, target 3.
Remember that one's still dazed.
Yep.
Okay.
Who is that for?
For you.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So speed defense target 3. I've got Ennui Cat going on over here, just flopped on the floor, staring off into space because we're not playing.
Oh, poor cat.
Here. Do my assets work here?
Yes.
Awesome.
All right. So it swings and misses. And then the last lead is going to try something different. Take a swipe at Jekta. So Jekta, speed defense, target 2.
Okay. Sorry, I had to get the right tab open. Not even close.
Okay, excellent. Oh, before the next round starts, hang on a second here. Let's see, our friend. To holding a pistol out at either direction, fires off simultaneously and manages to hit both of them. She's a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
And tags two of the weed monsters. So crash.
All right. I am going to. I'm going to spin around him to distract him again. I'm going to do the scratch existence from here, and then. Actually, no, because I can do no. So for the scratch existence, I'm actually going to run by him and use the attack to try to trip him.
Okay.
And then I'll come back to where I started to do the disrupting touch.
All right. Target 6.
Okay, I'm get an asset for the spinny.
Yep.
Okay. You know what? It's 1 point, but 1 point is 1 point. I'm going to pop the energy boost so that this does not have a point cost. And then I'm going to put a level effort in to ease it. Nope. XP. Roll it again. Nopey, nope. There we go. Okay, so that was the scratch existence, and I did beat. I beat the target difficulty by an entire step. So, tell me what that means as far as tripping him.
Okay, yeah. So you trip him up, and he falls onto his back.
Okay, and then I'm going to. Actually, well, let's see. So in that case, I'm going to this tentacle right here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just like a regular root, or does that look like it's something that could try to eat me whole?
Looks like it's a part of a root from the rest of the canopy that's going on.
Okay. So in that case, I'm going to run up the root, because we've already established I can do that, and basically fly over him, doing the disrupting touch as a death from above, and I will land there.
Okay.
So tell me what I get as far as assets.
Take an extra asset for looking really fly while you're doing this.
Awesome. Okay. Woot!
8.
So that's 5 damage, along with the 4 from scratch existence. All of
So
it ignores
close.
armor.
All right. And next up is Paw.
Okay. I'm getting really frustrated with this thing, and I'm gonna like one more swipe and trying to shred it into little bits.
All right. Target 2.
Okay. Hopefully that's enough to finally get that fucker out of the way.
That's that one. So it drops.
Oh, good.
We missed a golden opportunity for a yelling when we're going to attack. Bonsai.
Yeah.
Okay, so Giddofa regains his feet. And, well, that's about it. Because he's an old man, he can only do so much in a round. Jackdaw.
All right. Well, he got up again. I'm gonna knock him down. So, gonna shoot him. What's the difficulty again?
His target is 6.
Is 6. All right. So I will spend a level of effort to ease that, and miss. Great.
Oof.
That was
right.
anticlimactic.
It happens. I'm shooting at old men in the, wriggling forest amongst a whole bunch of lettuce that is flying through the air as paws destroying something between you and him. Yeah, I can understand that.
Well, no, see,
Go.
the shot would have hit, except for the fact that while he was getting up, he stumbled a little bit. So your attack went exactly where you were expecting him to be. He just tripped himself up and you missed.
Right.
Yep. The generator. So now you have this big glowing lasso.
Yes, I am going to use my flight to leap moderately into the air and throw it down in order to have it come around him and pull.
All right. So since this is a novelty, we'll give you an asset on this. And so one asset, target 6.
Okay. Combat. Shall I do that as an unarmed? How should I roll that? Or I don't think I can do straight combat.
So you could always just roll it as a miter speed roll.
Okay. Target 6.
Yes. Target 6, 1 asset.
1 asset. Two levels of effort
There you go.
is all the bananas. All right. So, okay. All right.
Okay.
So, wait,
how much damage does it do? How much damage does an energized item do?
Oh, now I got to go back. Hold on. Energize. The energy inflicts 3 points of damage on the creature touched in addition to any damage the weapon itself might do.
Okay.
And so I leap up. And as I toss it down, I yell, "It looks like I have annoying weed to pull," right as it goes around.
So it cinches around him. The energy flows into his body. There's a spark of really bizarre color. He shocks around and falls over, exuding some smoke from his body as his having been slightly overloaded from all the things happening. Giddofa drops.
What happens to the
All right.
plants?
So the plants are still there. If you can either finish them or you could leave them for whoever's in charge of cleaning this whole mess up later, who might have a flamethrower or something like that at their disposal.
I don't know. Talk to mystery person over here with the
Yeah.
guns. They might have something.
So actually, so I'm going to. Can I see her from where I am right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's at the edge of the canopy. The girl is burrowing her way out through the underbrush to get into the rest of the park behind her.
So I look over and say, "You can take care of these, right? You got this. You go, girl."
She looks at you, takes her one pistol, flips it up into the air, grabs the other one, pulls the trigger, fans the hammer, and takes out the weed that's in the back. And then catches the other gun.
Thought so.
All right, so you're going to attack the remaining one or just
No.
step out of its range?
Just yeah.
I'm going to stay out of its range.
Yeah.
I have established to my satisfaction that she's going to take care of it. We no longer have to. So,
All right.
well, yes, I'm going to stay out of its range for reasons that are blindingly obvious. I'm also not going to worry so much about taking it out.
Okay. So there on the ground, tied up and currently unconscious, is the cranky old man Giddofa Mailon. You know, leave him there, drag him out. Talk to the mysterious woman. Go after the girl who is furiously trying to flee through the underbrush.
I believe our resident sore green thumb might have some explaining to do.
Yeah.
So, I say, Pa,
Mm-hmm.
can you get our friend over here? I think there might be an important chat to have with him and his gardening buddies back in the park.
Anybody gonna go after the kidnappee? Make
No.
sure she's okay. No?
It sounds
I
like you're
will.
volunteering.
Okay. The two people out of the three who don't do social interactions. Well, this will be fun.
Yep.
You're
Sure.
safe. Everything's fine. Calm down.
I look up to see if the crows are keeping an eye on her so I can figure out where the fuck she went.
Yes, actually, you can. The crows are doing a fine job of like, that one's running away. Okay, so the two of you chase after her, which isn't all that
So
difficult.
I
'cause
just
she's
kind of
already
follow. as best I
Yeah,
can.
followed
we're
a trail
not-
through the underbrush. So, Paul, you're going to pick up Giddofa and haul him out.
Yeah.
Fortunately, he's not particularly heavy. I mean, he's just a scrawny old man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the lasso should still be around him, which is
Yes,
immobilizing
that is
his arms.
incapacitating him and keeping him from moving.
Yeah. That's. Yeah.
I'm going to take another 1 action recovery because, gosh, no, I need it.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, damn it.
So you both lean against a tree. Oh god. Oh.
Yeah. So I just click the dice.
Yep.
The die rather. I'd rather have your roll.
Well, not really. Mine was a 1 on the die. Yours was a 2.
Where's the die?
So if you go on the combat tab,
Mhm.
And you'll see
Okay.
under damage track and recovery rolls, you'll see the line of checkboxes.
Oh, I gotta be on my.
Hmm?
I gotta be on my person
Yeah, on
thing,
your sheet. On
right?
your sheet, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're hard.
Okay,
Combat.
so we have cleanup crew assigned.
So where do you want me to drop them off? Just basic, just
Let's go back the way we came. Get out of this.
verdant hellscape?
Yeah.
Yes, it sure would be nice to get out of this forest.
Mhm.
Boo!
Okay. So as you all start heading out, the cowgirl is still standing there as you walk by. As Gen X walks by, she looks straight at you, tips her hat up with the barrel of one of her guns, spins them both around her fingers, drops them back into her holsters, and says, "Man, nice working with you, Dad Bod," and then slaps you on the ass before she walks in the other direction.
This taking me by surprise and having only recently been impaired and then gotten back causes me to lose my step a little bit in both
Whoa.
surprise, let's see, surprise, embarrassment, and admiration. Maybe this dad bod thing isn't too bad.
And she jumps off into the canopy. All right. I imagine y'all are heading back to
Yep.
the square.
Yep.
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 Do we even have you guys on the square? I do not.
Oh,
Hang on
wow.
a second here.
Look at
Check you
that.
guys out here.
Oh, the wed woes. How romantic.
And a justice. All right. So you head back carrying your prisoner, who is
Yeah.
not terribly conscious still. There's the crowd is still kind of milling around. Most of them are drinking coffee at this point, talking about what a horrible thing happened and all of that. And you return with Giddofa and the girl who you have caught up with and somehow managed to calm down, largely from the fact that, you know, you're carrying the person who had abducted her, and it seems to do well for her. Okay, so you're gonna dump him down on the ground in front of everybody, or
Yeah.
Well, yeah, looking for do we see the person who was like kind of running the thing?
yes, she's
Making
still
the
there. She
announcement,
still
is that
has the
person-
microphone in her hand. She just
Oh.
hasn't really had a good day. So she's just kind of sitting on the steps with her like head in her hands with the microphone sticking out of the one side.
So-
Everything that could have gone wrong with this award ceremony went wrong. A
Mhm.
villain attacked, people got poisoned, the winner was abducted. Just there's no planning for that when you join the garden committee.
Yeah.
Did it rain?
Oh,
If it didn't rain, then not everything that could have gone wrong went wrong.
I can make it snow.
yeah, that's okay. That's all right. We don't need that. Don't need that.
We just need some seed clouds.
That's not
Yeah.
help.
So Nev is back. Does that mean that she's found Nancy and helped her, or
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
me and
Yeah.
Jack got her back.
okay, okay. So all right, so I walk up to the steps and I approach the lady and say, and I go, ma'am, ma'am, hi, hi, yeah, so how you doing?
Oh, that was horrifying. Thank you so much for saving me. I don't know what he was going to do to me, but it couldn't have been good.
No, no, you're correct on that. It would not have been, but I'm pleased to let you know that thanks to the help of my friends here, we're part of the Queen's Gambit. Wave, everybody.
The whole crowd starts applauding you.
I kind of ignored it, but first of
All right.
all, we have Nancy. She's here. She's okay. She's unharmed.
I kind of give her a little shove forward.
At least you aren't shoving her into a big hole in the street.
Exactly.
And the sore winner we also have apprehended in a garden scene that I shall not describe to you because it's just better that way.
So at this point, you look over and Crash has looped the one end of the lasso kind of over a light pole, and is currently hoisting him up like that. He's going to tie him up like that, and then give a call to Captain Emerson and tell him that I've got to pick up for him.
Okay, we'll be over shortly.
So I just wanted to ask, have you ever had issues with this gentleman like this before?
No. We would have brought up if he had previously put on a weird suit, knocked people out with strange gas, and abducted people. So no. It was kind of weird, and none of his plans fit within the qualifications. If he read the rules, he would have known that they all have to be common native plants. But no, he was generally kind of quiet and stuff, aside from keeping the kids off his lawn. That seems to have been his big thing in life. She looks up at him hanging from the light pole.
But the strange plants that he brought forward didn't in any way tip anybody off or give any reason for concern to anybody.
No, they had some weird colors to them and stuff, but none of them attacked anybody or anything like that.
Lucky them.
That would have been a red flag.
I want to store red flags in my pocket now.
Here's your flag.
Here's your flag. I just want to follow up. Is there anything else that seems to have been damaged or gone awry or anything else?
No,
with you or
it
your
seems that the tingly
members?
sensation's gone away, so I think we're okay.
Okay. Well, I'm glad no more harm was done than what has transpired. Appreciate your help and your information.
And thank you all so much for helping us. It is, we feel much safer knowing that you're here.
Well, that's why we're here. I'm glad we could be of assistance to you all. So I'll tell Crash, like, do we have a 20 on wildlife pickup?
No, but I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't know about you, but I could really
He's still
use a
very
cup of tea.
unconscious.
Yeah.
And I zip into Sunbucks.
Yeah. Yes, Jack.
Okay, we got a cleanup detail at the crime scene. Somebody's picking him up. What about his house?
Ooh,
I think that in my report I'll include that in the details.
Okay, because
I'm sure that's going to be worth investigating a little more thoroughly than
yeah,
we
maybe
have the
a couple bags of Roundup. Just throwing ideas out here. Flamethrower. I don't know. You know, one of
you
those.
saw what we
weed
had to
burner
deal with.
things.
You don't want to make any of that angry.
Right. But do we really want to have it be hungry and just out on the corner in Queens?
How much specialized equipment do you happen to have on you, my friend?
I mean, you can set a house on fire like a champ if you want.
Yeah, like,
And I could freeze it.
I mean,
Ooh, just
what are we talking about? For an electrical fire and arson? Probably okay. For a full hazmat containment, not so much. But isn't that what the program contacts are for?
So,
Question, Jack.
Sir,
When you saw the tracks, did they go beyond where Mr. Mean Green was standing?
Nope, led right to him.
Nothing beyond that. So like no lair or other secret entrance or
nope.
It was just Garden of No Fun.
Yep.
So Crash, realizing that they are not coming behind him into Sunbucks, has gone back to the group. He gets back just in time to hear, Jackdaw talking about, fire, a little bit of arson, and he goes over to Black Ice and mutters, "You all thought I was the sketchy one."
With your
You
fresh cup
are.
of coffee in your hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
I take his coffee, drink some.
Really should
You know,
see it.
I'm right here.
She hands it back to you. It's already going cold.
oh, that was uncalled for. That's a party foul.
Nah, he deserves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not a block of ice. That she just
Okay.
handed
All
him.
right. No. Fair. Fine. Jack, Nev. We have some interior decorating of our own to do. And I want to lead them back to where Jack can just blackened. We'll call it blackened because that's in vogue. We can have blackened evil garden, and then before there's like smoke or that pings on any firefighters, have Nev just freeze the whole thing so it is both either ashen or wilten.
Or we could skip a step and just, have an early frost.
Works for me.
Slightly less conspicuous than arson.
Sure.
Okay. So the crew of you tramp over to his house, and Neva freezes the garden, but good. And you can't tell if they're wilting very well because every plant is encased in ice. Because she's in a mood. So.
Bing.
He's pretty.
It does sparkle nicely in the sun.
Yes, yes, it does.
And you may hear me humming a certain song from Frozen as I'm.
Do you want to
Let it
build a
go.
snowman?
Let it go, let it go. As I put my hands on the ground and just let it
Oh.
go do its thing. Okay,
Oh,
now
great.
what?
All right. So I admire her handiwork, and that'll do. That'll do.
Luckily,
You-
you left the following word off.
Intentionally.
All right, so are y'all good, or do you want to keep going?
I think it's probably about time to call it, I'd say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all make your way back to Sunbucks, as you know, one is wont to do, and you, Gene, you get a call on your phone, and it is, what's her name? And if you pop up the right program, that would be absolutely delightful of you. There we go. Yes, and it's Marla, your
Yes.
team's STEM contact.
Hello.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Somebody's been kind of blowing up all of the incoming phone lines, yelling something. I think it might be in Yiddish. Do you know anything about that?
I've heard a rumor, but I can't say we're entirely aware. Do you need me to look into that?
If you could, because it's coming from the call's coming from your neck of the woods. So
Inside the
I think,
house.
I think it might be something happening in your neighborhood. Because yeah, they're going down the phone tree, something fierce, and I'm not quite sure what's going on.
Yeah, I'll look into that. Yeah, definitely look into that because don't want that to happen. We'll check it out. I'll get back to you. Okay, thanks. Bye. Click.
So you get up to the cash register, and the barista looks at you and says, "All right, so what'll it be, partner?" So next week, actually 2 weeks, for our next fun adventure.
Yep. All right, and that is it that is the wrap of issue 12 of the Powers That Be. This one was, I kid you not, Giddofa Mailon was the title of this episode. We're going to get out of here, take a quick break, come back to our after show. If you'd like to see that, that'll be up on YouTube in a couple of days. This one, having been streamed, will be up considerably sooner. So, for Patrick, ECAT, Matt, Julie, and Ray, I am the Vitruvian Meeple. Good night, everybody.